Rock and roll, everybody. How you doing? This is Mike from New York, Mike, and man, I'm excited to be with you today here on Freedom Fridays. That's right, folks. You know I love Freedom Fridays, and it's raining here in New York, so I usually like to be out in the park or on the golf course or somewhere else sharing this stuff with you. But what I want to do today is I want to talk to you about, 5 things that, entrepreneurs are a little nervous about when they get started. And so I'm going to go through this. But one thing I want to talk to you about, I'm going to do it as we talk into this. Excuse me. A little dry throat in here. So the 5 things I want to talk to you about is, and number 1 and number 5 are going to blow your mind because they're like opposites. And it's so important to learn that. And I'm going to talk to you about something else at the end too, about really has to do exactly what we're going to be talking about through this whole thing. So the number 1 thing is the fear of failure. Now, the fear of failure is one of the most common phobias that people who are starting businesses have. I know I did. When I first, I've had a couple of different businesses, and I know I was always a little nervous when I first got started. But once I got started, man, I was excited. But did you know that 33% of Americans admit that the fear of failure is what holds them back? So when you're having conversations with people, you got to be talking about that, hey, don't worry about it. I'll be here to help you. Especially in the profession I'm in now, the network marketing profession, a lot of people, they don't know anything about this profession. They've heard little things here and there, but as a side gig, this is one of the most phenomenal opportunities any person can have, whether you just want to make an extra 500 or you want to make 500,000. It's up to you. But the thing is, the fear of failure is what holds people back in anything. When I went into the bar business, it was nervous when I first started, but I was lucky enough to be building a bar with a friend of mine who owned it originally, so I got to see a lot of the challenges that were going to come up. And I'll just tell you this, I was excited to have my own business, and I think everybody should strive to have your own business. When I was 8 years old, I worked in a little grocery store, and I remember the gentleman always telling me, hey Mike, go to school, get a good education, but if you want to be successful, own your own business. And I never forgot it. But then growing up, I met so many people that wanted to go to school, get a good education, and pay for it for the 50 years. Okay? So owning your own business is a cool thing. But, just understand that failure, okay, is a crucial part of success. You got to fail to move forward, okay? You're going to hit walls all the time. But what happens as you start going over those walls, they start giving you a bigger picture till eventually you get to see the whole picture, okay? That was a dumb thing, but I think you got the message. You got to have fun when you're doing things in life. So number 1 is the fear of failure. Number 2 is the fear of uncertainty. Now, this goes along in conjunction with fear of failure, but resisting change is a natural impulse. And let me tell you something. I don't care what business you're in, there's constantly going to be changes. And, especially what happened, just in these last 6 months around the world, things are going to be changing for the future. And you know what? I'm looking for the future to really encompass this, because I love doing stuff online. And I believe more and more companies are going to be doing things online, and more people are going to be succeeding. All right? Because they're not going to have some of the negative things. I'll give you an example. In the network marketing profession, people used to have to go to meetings all the time. They had to go to trainings all the time. But guess where they had to go? They had to leave their houses. So they would come home from work. Oh, hurry up. We got to cook. We got to get babysitters. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to get to the meeting. Then they rush to the meeting. They fight halfway there. When they get to the meeting, they're excited. And then they come home and then they're tired. And then they quit, because after a while they weren't accomplishing their dreams in the first month, not understanding that all businesses take 3 to 5 years before they start to succeed, where in this profession you can succeed a little faster if you want, okay? So don't worry about the fear of uncertainty. A lot of things are going to happen, But as long as you have some good, aspiring friends, they're going to help take you over those hurdles. And this is so important to understand, okay? Number three, in all businesses, is the fear of rejection. Now, I got this information from Women's Entrepreneur magazine that I was reading. And I wanted to take the 5 steps that they had and really bring it to the network marketing profession, and really any profession. It doesn't matter what profession you're in, okay? So the fear of rejection. Listen, you're going to have rejection levels all the time. Listen, I get told no so many times that it's like almost like, hey, that's okay, you know? But I started to learn questions to ask, so that when people say, nah, I'm not really interested in that, you know, I'll ask them questions like, oh, well, what's holding you back? Making the money? You have something else going on? You know, be excited for them. But you're going to have to accept rejection, because rejection is going to come in all forms. When I was in the restaurant business, not everybody liked our hamburgers, okay? Not everybody liked our steaks. But you know what? The ones who did kept coming back, and they would repeat what? Customers. Not only as repeat customers, they became friends. And that's what's really cool about it, okay? Okay, number 4, fear of not being good enough. Listen, you're never going to be good enough in anything that you do. You know, you can't compete with all the different people that are out there. You know, you can compete with them, but don't listen to what they're saying, okay? Because, you know, the person that you really got to know that you're good enough for, now listen to this, is go to the mirror right now and look in it. That's who the person is, you. You're good enough for you. And you have to understand that. Don't care what other people think. You know, people know me as the guy, like, if you insult me, don't worry, Mike's going to sleep good tonight. Because I learned a long time ago, I'm talking when I was a little kid, that it doesn't matter what other people think of me. It's what I think of me and where I want to go in life and where you want to go in life. So where do you want to go? Know that you're good enough to get there. Know that you're good enough to learn the habits and everything that you're going to need to move you forward, okay? Because you are a great person. You just have to understand it and believe it and keep saying it to yourself. You know, get up in the morning and say positive stuff of where you're going throughout the day. That's so important to understand. Now, the 5th one and the last one, well, one other thing I want to just elaborate on is so many people now, because they're using social media, you know, we're doing Facebook Live. I'm doing a Facebook Live here. So many people are scared to do a Facebook Live because they fear they're not good enough to do it. Listen, I stunk when I first started doing these. But you know what? I still stink. I don't care. It's like when I go to play golf. You know, the first thing I say on the first hole, because I always try to play with different people, okay? And you golfers out there that are in business, that's a good tip for you. But I go out there, and the first thing I say to them, I say, hey, yeah, you know, I played a couple of times, but I still suck, okay? Because I don't want people to say, oh, no, look at this guy, he's probably a professional, and it blows their game. No, I say, listen, I suck. And you know what they all tell me? They suck too, okay? And excuse me, I should say stink instead of using that word, okay? But here's the idea. You want to accomplish things, understand that you're good enough. And right now, social media is starting to change. And you got to start learning things on social media. I'm gonna share something with you at the end after I finish number 5 that you can get for free, okay? It's a course that I found last month that I took that's really, it's got my mind blown about how to do things on social media. And that's the future, folks. Whether you think you've been doing it or you're taking courses and everything now, you got to learn the next step. So, and here's the thing that so many people in the 5 things that I'm talking about today. Number 5 is the fear of success. Now, what was number 1? The fear of failure. What's number 5? The fear of success. You know, so many people actually are fearful of succeeding, because when you succeed at one level, now you got to start over again and succeed at a next level, and a next level, and a next level, and the next level. Life is a continuing stepping stones of success and failure, success and start overs, and it's constantly doing that. And you want to learn and constantly be learning. Hey, listen, I'll be 69 years old this year. I have no clue what it is. When I was 29 years old, somebody asked me, hey, Mike, if you could freeze your age, what would you freeze it at? Go ahead, answer that question to yourself, or throw it in the chat here, okay? What age would you freeze yourself? I said 25. You know why? Because at 25, I could talk to younger people. Talking to younger people to see where their heads are at and see where they're going to be going. And then I could always talk to older people to always be constantly taking wisdom from other people who are older. And the fear of success fits right into that, because so many people are fearful at different points in their life, no matter what age they're at. So the fear of success should be something that you should embrace, okay? Just embrace it. You're going to love it. Now, here's what I want to offer you, okay? For sitting here listening to this, I just want to, first of all, I think you should share this with everybody on your teams, people that you know. Share this. Get it out to everybody, all right? Because you know what? The more people that you help and you do it for free, guess what happens? It comes back. It comes back to you. So listen, like I was telling you a little earlier, I found this course. This young guy, he will blow your mind. He's a young kid who's a seven-figure earner who mastered the art of social media. And because he's became so successful, what he wants to do is he's offering it for free. He's actually has a free course that he's going to be starting this Monday on the 27th, okay? July 27th. And he's going to share that course with everybody for free. All right. Now, if you want to get into that free course, it's free. I'm telling you. When can you sit down with somebody who's already mastered something, made seven figures in it, and they're going to teach you how to do step by step every day for like an hour, okay? And you can watch the replays and all. But what you can do is learn from the masters, and it's an amazing program. I took it last month. I'm blown away. Okay. So if you want that, what I want you to do is just drop in the comments below. Put in there free, and what I'll do is I'll send you a link that you can go to there and you can watch it. I'm gonna watch it again, okay, and just keep watching and learning, because I love to learn, like I was talking about here, because you got to get over those fears of what you're trying to accomplish. So if you want that, just give me a free in the comments, and I'll send you that link out. You get registered. Plus, there's a bunch of bonuses that are in there. Download them right away. They're free. Download them right away. I don't know how long they'll stay in there. Okay, there's a 35-page manual in there that you can have. Okay, so just go over this real quick. Number one was the fear of failure. Number two, the fear of uncertainty, the fear of rejection, the fear of not being good enough, and the fear of success. Where are you standing, folks? Just remember, look in the mirror. You're good enough for anything that you want to do in life. I guarantee it. Okay, so I'm going to be sending that out to you. Chenier, I guess that is. I see it quick. Gene, I'm going to send that link to you as soon as I finish wrapping this up. So listen, everybody, if I pronounce that wrong, smack me. I'm just looking at this. So just understand, folks, don't be fearful of anything. You can succeed in life. You know, going to work and getting a paycheck is great, but get your side gig going so you can accomplish your dreams. God bless and have a great weekend. I'll see you on Motivation Monday. And watch my stuff over the weekend. If we're not friends, hey, let's become friends. If not, follow me, all right? So I can follow you back and be friends with you and see what you're doing, okay? Adios. Have a great weekend.